All right, let's see what Jess is saying because
Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. Nah, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan. Even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got?
they trying to send a signal like, hey, she's not leaving because we like Lauren and she's doing a good job and she's doing your segment because we feel like you need help during your segment because I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of the times, and I've heard Jeff speak, like a lot of the times she can't it's like she can't read it well. Whatever she's reading, she can't read it well and she's not really that articulate. And then she has the Baltimore accent to go with it, so it's like that on top of that. So it's not that they, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna get rid of her now because they like her. It's crazy because Jess is like, I brought her up here. It's like she brought her replacement up.
To be moved in on because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started
So
reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading.
But you are a reporter though. If you reporting on topics and and what's going on in the culture and celebrities, you are a reporter, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not just with the mess. This isn't Instagram. This is a radio station. This is Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy. Like, you are a reporter. So you got to learn how to read better, Jess.
Delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Who said that though? Because the internet said
what
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yeah, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's gonna be a fourth voice, why she only gotta be a fourth voice on my segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought you was. I thought
she was on air. She was on air.
Let me ask a question.
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because.
Why you joke so much, man?
What you mean? I'm
And then Charlamagne goes, why didn't you wear the do-rag? He's trying to throw hints like, yo, you come in here looking unprofessional all the time. That's what he's trying to say. But he's not going to say that. He's going to say that in a joking way. Charlamagne's trying to say, yo, why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning? You come in here looking unprofessional all the time. But on this day, you come in here kind of looking neat. She looks neat. You know, she got the glasses, the hair, she's covered up. Like, yeah, he's trying to throw some hints. Like, we do have problems with you here, Jess.
Not a do-rag is a silk scarf, nigga, but it's not. It's not a joke. I'm serious.
If you gonna bring it to the radio, I want to laugh.
It's not a joke,
okay?
but it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue.
Okay, let me just sit back and watch it then, because I'm not Joe Clark.
Because it's not.
I am actually. Give me my baseball bat.
No, it's now Envy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain, man.
You're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
But what do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but
yeah, I don't know. Not looking too good. Looks like Charlamagne's holding back on what he really wants to say. I don't know. He gave her, in my opinion, he's giving hints to like him, how he actually feels. Like Lauren has something to say though, right? So let's look at what Lauren said. I don't want to watch the rest of this. I don't think we need to because I saw the video and we don't need to watch the whole 4 minutes, but let's see what Lauren had to say because, you know, Lauren does do a good job. Every time I hear about her on the show, she's, you know, she definitely reads better than Jess. Jess has a reading problem, man. I'll be honest with you. She has a reading problem. It is what it is. Like, somebody got to be honest. They not gonna be honest. I could be honest. Um, let's see.
To figure this out, and it's not, everything's not a joke, and I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what, Jess? Like,
What
Yeah,
part did you
but
think was crazy?
what part? Because like, Lauren, it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me.
Okay,
in
so
person.
what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah,
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. Crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
okay,
right?
but
I didn't.
none of that was said.
I didn't,
You didn't say anything about
then,
that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie,
Fair use. Yeah, telling her to shut up is not cool. You definitely don't want to tell her to shut up on air. But Jess is like, yo, this is my segment and you still here. She's like, damn, get out the way. I could see why Jess would tell her to shut up, but you don't want to say that or tell her to be quiet. But it's like, you're going to take that disrespectfully, especially as an adult.
the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of
I
us.
literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room, or EP,
I don't
to have
understand.
the
I never
conversation.
ever heard that,
Because
when you've pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen. I have said, hush, shut up. Yo, you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing that. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is if somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown ass woman.
And I understand. You could have said that
I,
on air right then and there. Or right after when you saying you pulled me in the office. You never pulled me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And I did or not. Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm gonna handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation, because we grown, and regardless, you don't gotta love me, you don't gotta like me, but we here together. I'm here.
And listen, like I said earlier, the internet loves mess.
Yes, you are here.
Yeah, she's here and she's here to stay. She's not going anywhere, Jess. They want her up there. That's why she's still up there. You were pregnant, so you left. You came back, and Lauren is still there. They want her there. They like hearing her read. Jess can barely read. Everybody's complaining about it. Everyone is complaining about Jess not being able to read. That's why Lauren is there, and she's there to stay. She's not going anywhere. So she's going to still stay in your segment too when you're talking, and she's going to still be there. Get along with her, because she's not going nowhere. Like,
And the easiest way to create mess is to pit women against each other.
And you're here because of an opportunity that I extended.
Regardless
I'm not sitting here like you don't deserve to be here. I'm not sitting here like you're not here. You're not going anywhere. That's first and foremost, let's get that.
That's crazy. Jess got her up there, and it's like they were trying to replace her. Could you imagine being a teacher, you bring a substitute, and they want the substitute more than you? That is crazy.
Maybe my delivery or whatever. But yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here. I said from the whole jump, yeah, Shorty do the job. Great. She's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment. I
think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet has created a narrative, Lauren versus Jess, Jess versus Lauren.
But that's what it is.
And that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. We see it. None of us can ignore it. I saw that Corey thing a week ago. It didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, but y'all clear up everything else. Nobody want to clear up that I'm not doing that. I don't like you, or I'm hating on a.
They say I'm gay. I ain't never came up here and said I don't suck no pee-pee.
That's true, though.
That's different now. Come on.
Charlamagne being weird. Charlamagne don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Jess, you can barely read. Everybody's complaining about it. You're not that articulate. Lauren is. That's why they want to keep her there, and they're going to keep her there. If they really want to make Jess happy, they would just move Lauren and say, hey, you're off. Because we gave Jess the opportunity. But when Jess left because she got pregnant and she was on paternity leave, they had Lauren up there, and Lauren's reading. She's articulate. They like her up there. So they're not going to get rid of Lauren now. You know what I'm saying? And Jess don't like that. What Jess really want to say is, yo, Lauren, can you like go away? But nah, Envy and Charlamagne want her up there.
Come on.
Well, I just want to say,
It's Women's History Month.
I just want to say, Jess, what you feeling, we feel it together. And when that the other thing happened that I called you about, I said that to you. But I responded to that on Twitter. I didn't send it to you. I didn't feel like I had to, but I did. But I called you about it.
The comments.
Man, they want her up there, man. They want her up there. Look, man, Jess can barely read. She's not that articulate. Everybody's complaining about it. Charlamagne and Envy, they want Lauren up there. That's why she's up there. She's not going nowhere. At the end of the conversation we just watched, where Lauren and Jess is going back and forth, the right thing to do if they really want to make Jess happy is, hey, Lauren, you'll no longer be on this show. Sorry, we gave Jess the opportunity. But no, they're going to keep Lauren up there because Jess can barely read and she's not articulate and she barely be having the facts to her own things she brings up. When she does Jess with a mess, she still thinks she's on Instagram. Jess, you're no longer on Instagram. You're with Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy. You're on The Breakfast Club. You got to be more professional. Even Charlamagne was throwing hints. He was like, oh, why didn't you wear your do-rag today? You know why Charlamagne said that? Because she comes in there looking however and she comes in there saying whatever. She don't even have the most important facts on her own topics. So yes, they're going to keep Lauren there. It is what it is. Lauren's articulate. She can read. If everyone in the comments is saying, Jess, you can't read, there's a problem. So yeah, like, it is what it is. Like, they're going to keep her there. Like, anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just want to make this episode. Like, subscribe, share. We disagree, and I am out.